Have you or anyone you know ever gone to a restaurant and had a really bad experience? Maybe you even had to leave a review because it was so bad? Unfortunately, this is a pretty common situation for most people, and most people have experienced this in a restaurant. The most important part to the situation, though, is how a restaurant responds to these reviews. If used appropriately, they can guide the restaurant into what they need to improve upon in their business. But if they don't use these appropriately, it can ultimately lead to their downfall. Our company can help with bad or mediocre service, though. We've actually helped many companies and restaurants, just like the ones you visited, that have been struggling. We've helped turn them from a restaurant with mediocre service into a booming success. Our company was founded by Chef Tony Starr, a world-renowned chef from the Bay Area. When he was actually 16 years old, he did exactly what our company does now, and he helped his own family's company and turned it into a booming success himself. Now we try to carry on his legacy and do the exact same thing. Our slogan is "Keep it simple: people, service, sanitation, and food." This represents what we believe is the most important part to a restaurant. If a restaurant focuses on these four categories, they should be able to improve their service and their overall well-being by a ton. As you can see, our company not only helps people fix their restaurants, but that's what our company was actually founded on. Since its creation, we've helped numerous companies that were struggling. We've helped them improve their quality of service by a ton and left the company when it was a booming success. My name is Connor Abernathy, and I'm a descendant of Chef Tony's family. I currently work with the company that Chef Tony created, and I help improve the quality of restaurants. As you can see, I've worked for this company most of my life. It's also a family-owned and run business, and we are very successful at what we do. I've helped personally improve numerous amounts of restaurants, and I've helped improve the quality of these restaurants by a ton. This is important because I can use these skills to also help improve your restaurant. The restaurant I decided to review today is called The Little Hawaiian. They actually just moved locations, but they're still located on the square in Carrollton, Georgia. The owner previously owned two different restaurants, but they decided to merge them together in order to be more cost efficient. Because they merged together, they now have a bakery, and so they offer a lot more dessert items. As far as normal foods, they mainly offer Hawaiian style foods, but they also have a lot of traditional American style sides and appetizers as well. One huge competitor to the Little Hawaiian is the Lazy Donkey. While they sell completely different types of food, they're right across the street, so they're likely to be taking some of their customers. Another competitor would be City Tavern. They're right down the road and sell some similar types of food and are also a pretty popular place to eat. The last competitor would probably be Brown Dog because of its location, and it's pretty close as well. It's also a pretty popular place to eat in Carrollton, so I could see it taking some of their customers as well. Some of this restaurant's strengths are its diverse menu, its reasonable prices, its friendly staff, and its attentive servers. Some of this restaurant's weaknesses, however, are the inconsistency with their portion sizes, not enough space available inside the restaurant, too much sauce for some people, too little seasoning for some people, and unclear bakery hours. These reviews are super important because they're the main way that the restaurant receives feedback from their customers. They should use these reviews to improve their restaurant and the quality of their service. This restaurant is doing a very good job because there aren't any direct competitors that sell the exact same type of food, and for this reason, they are very unique. I think they will continue to do very well since they're unique and since they don't have any direct competitors, but by using these reviews, they can do even better. We can get multiple opinions from these reviews and use those to improve what the customers think need improving. I believe this restaurant should focus on working on their portion sizes and the consistency of these portions as well. While reading the reviews, this seems to be one of the major issues the customers are having. They would go to the restaurant and order the same thing twice, but the amount that they got would vary greatly. This is a huge problem because when customers go to a restaurant and order something, they want to know exactly what to expect. The sauce and seasoning on these portions would also vary greatly as well. So this seems to be one of the major issues that this restaurant is having, which is consistency. They should also work towards making more space available in their restaurant. This was another thing that came up a lot in the reviews, and people were quite upset with how there wasn't enough space available when they would come to this restaurant. Another great thing would be to make the bakery hours available online and make them clear and obvious. Some customers weren't sure of the bakery hours and were really confused when they showed up at the restaurant and the bakery was already closed. I believe one major threat to this restaurant is the lack of space inside the restaurant. It's also located in one of the most populated parts of the town, so there's going to be a lot of people trying to find somewhere to eat, especially on weekends. If there's not enough room, I could see people not wanting to come back and not wanting to give it another shot. There is a good amount of seating outside, but the weather doesn't always permit, and there's not very much seating inside, so I could see this being a huge issue. Another huge threat is the price of owning a restaurant in this area because it's so populated. This is one of the main reasons that they actually had to merge the other two restaurants into this one restaurant, is because of the high cost of living. I could see this continuing to be an issue if they're not making enough profit from this restaurant. Another huge threat is their confusing hours. Lots of customers in the reviews said that they were confused by the hours, especially considering the bakery has different hours from the restaurant itself. They also close during the middle of the day for a few hours to prepare for dinner. And a lot of customers said that they couldn't find any clear answer for their hours online. In conclusion, restaurant reviews are the main source of feedback from customers and should always be looked at and taken into account when trying to improve the quality of a restaurant. This restaurant can take a look at these recommendations I've made, and if they act on them, they can improve the quality of their restaurant by a ton. By eliminating the weaknesses of this restaurant, it will be superior and really stand out to any possible competitors. I sincerely enjoyed having the opportunity to work with your restaurant to give feedback and help improve it. It's been my pleasure. In order to contact us, just simply send us an email at info@fscg.com, or you can reach out through our website at fscg.com. We also like to give a little gift to each of our clients, so this t-shirt with our logo on it is free for you to have, and we hope you enjoy it. Do not hesitate to reach out for us, and thank you so much for everything.